Open up any health blog or wellness feed right now, and you will hit the exact same claim, repeated across millions of views. Everyday dietary ingredients, specifically beet juice, are acting as a natural Viagra. Now, it sounds like textbook marketing hype, but underneath the sensational headlines, researchers in urology and cardiovascular science are documenting specific, measurable changes in how these plants interact with human blood vessels. To understand what is actually happening in those clinical trials, we have to bypass pharmaceutical pills and look at a single microscopic gas molecule your body produces naturally, nitric oxide. You can think of your circulatory system as a high-speed transit network. The volume of blood moving through that network is the limiting factor for almost everything your body does, from lowering your resting blood pressure to sustaining a long run to achieving physical arousal. Nitric oxide acts as the traffic controller for that network. It interacts with the inner lining of your blood vessels, the endothelial cells, signaling the muscular walls surrounding them to relax. This physical widening of the interior channel is a process called vasodilation. Maintaining consistent production of that gas molecule is a foundational requirement for cardiovascular health, and science points to 3 distinct chemical pathways to support it. The first pathway involves delivering the raw chemical fuel straight into your system. This is where the beetroot research originates. Beetroot naturally contains high levels of dietary nitrates. When you drink beet juice, symbiotic bacteria on your tongue begin breaking those nitrates down. They are swallowed, hit your stomach acid, and are converted into nitric oxide. These charts track blood pressure over 30 minutes of cycling. The dashed line is a placebo. The solid line represents men xanthine meat juice. Diastolic and mean arterial pressure drop lower for the beet juice group, corresponding with increased exercise capacity. The interaction is direct. Beets deliver the chemical raw material the body requires to initiate the widening of the blood vessels. But not all foods work by delivering the final product. Watermelon operates on a different biological route because it lacks those direct dietary nitrates. Instead, the white rind and flesh of a watermelon are packed with an amino acid called L-citrulline. Once absorbed, your kidneys intercept that L-citrulline and convert it into arginine. That arginine acts as a cellular trigger, prompting the body's enzymatic machinery to synthesize its own nitric oxide. While beet juice provides the final product from the outside, watermelon supports your internal cellular processes to increase production from within. This system has a metabolic limit. Increased nitric oxide production provides little benefit if the molecules are destroyed the second they enter the bloodstream, which happens when you experience metabolic stress or sharp sugar spikes. This brings us to the third pathway, found in dark chocolate. High-quality cocoa is dense with specific plant compounds called flavonols. Flavonols do not generate nitric oxide. Instead, they act as an antioxidant shield, intercepting and neutralizing reactive particles in the blood. These are known as reactive oxygen species. Flavonols stop them before they can strike and degrade your nitric oxide molecules. Eating dark chocolate maintains the integrity of your vascular highway. It ensures that when blood vessels dilate, they stay open despite acute physical stress. So, can a combination of nitrates, amino acids, and flavonols replace a prescription medication for erectile dysfunction? In clinical trials involving men with mild impairment, regular intake of these compounds yielded a modest, measurable improvement. But for patients dealing with severe vascular disease or nerve damage, food cannot reconstruct the physical architecture of the blood vessels. Pharmaceutical drugs like sildenafil apply a targeted enzymatic block that locks blood in specific tissues. Natural foods do not possess that localized potency. Labeling a vegetable as a replacement for a drug is an oversimplification. It obscures the broader role these foods play in the body. When you consume nitrates or L-citrulline, the resulting vasodilation isn't localized to one organ. These are systemic cardiovascular enhancers. By supporting endothelial function and reducing arterial stiffness across the entire network, these foods optimize cardiovascular function. This lowers the resting workload on your heart, improves oxygen delivery to your brain, and supports athletic endurance. These compounds serve as physical modifiers for your vascular health. They interact with the chemical environment of your blood to influence the flexibility and diameter of your arteries. Consuming these specific nutrients provides a measurable, scientifically supported way to assist the systemic widening of your own circulatory network.